Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about a public good again, and but this time we're going to be thinking about what happens when people don't act collectively and they only um, act according to their own self-interest with the public good, right? So we just did a video on what what would happen when people would act collectively, right? And it was actually a similar scenario, right? So we had Bart and Maggie, right? And they're roommates, and they had these marginal benefits, so everything was the same as in the last video. But this time, the price of the maid services is now $13 per hour, right? And the maid services, that's the public good. And the question is, okay, well, how many hours of maid services would Bart and Maggie buy if they each acted according to their own self-interest, right? So you can see the marginal benefits for Bart, 87654, and the marginal cost, the price of the maid services is $13 per hour. So Bart, he would not choose to buy any maid services if he was just acting according to his own self-interest, right? Bart wouldn't buy any. And the same is true for Maggie as well, right? Maggie's highest marginal benefit is $10, and it goes down from there, 8642. And so her marginal benefit is always less than the marginal cost as well. So that means that Maggie wouldn't purchase any hours of maid services as well. And so what would happen is that nobody's going to purchase any maid services, so they're just going to have a messy house, right? And notice that this is suboptimal, right? This is suboptimal because if they could figure out some way to act collectively, then they should actually get 2 hours of maid services, right? Because if you look at if you were to calculate the marginal social benefits, it'd be 18 for the first hour, 15 for the second hour. So they should get the first hour because the marginal social benefit is greater than the cost. And they should also get the second hour because, again, the marginal social benefit is 15, greater than the cost of 13. And then they would stop there because the third hour of maid services, their marginal social benefit is only 12 and it costs them 13. So they should stop there. So it would be optimal for them to actually get 2 hours of maid services if they would be able to do that if they can figure out some way to act collectively. But if we just assume that they're not going to be able to act collectively and they only act according to their own self-interest, then they would end up getting no hours of maid services and be stuck with a messy house. Right? So unfortunately for them, that might be the case. All right, thanks for watching.